Ready for the challenge? I know you are, because I can see you standing taller in your story, taking care of yourself, being more observant of your life, and just being more confident. That's badass. I'm here for it. So the challenge this month is to observe the value, relevance, and impact human to human that you're having in your work. Now, I could take this conversation and use VRI in a lot of different ways, which we'll do in future months. But for right now, we're going to stick to your role, your job, your career that you have right now. And so the worksheet helps you break this down. So under the value column, you're going to affirm and list your gifts and talents in the things you love that you're good at in your job. Never hurts to just keep revisiting those and being really intentional about knowing those. So list those out. If you need to go back to month 3 content and look those up, you can. But the shortcut question to get there is, what am I good at that I love to do? So list those things as it relates to your job right now. In the next column is relevance. So when you show up to work loaded with your gifts, talents, experiences, who you are, your story, you're going to ask yourself, who are these for? And so as you do your work through this month, I want you to think about who you're serving with those gifts and write their name down, write the situation down. And then why does that matter? The connection of you using your gifts to serve them, that's the relevant connection. Why does that matter to them? How does that help them? And then you're going to ask yourself the question, how does that feel to me? Why does that matter to me? That's your relevance column. You're connecting your value to be relevant to others on the job. And then the third column is, what's the impact? Is it helping them be more confident? How is it serving them? Think about the impact that gift and talent, you serving it up, using it at work, is having. Go back to the story that I gave you in the last video about my banker client. Be observant. It's going to be different for every situation and everybody. What's the impact of that? Human to human, for those that you're serving with your gifts, and for you and how you feel about your work. Because oftentimes, we don't need to change jobs, get another certification. We don't need to go out there and find something to feel better. We need to be more observant of the way that we're serving in the role that we have, so we can reflect every week. The challenge is every week, at the end of the week, you're going to sit down and you're going to reflect on your VRI for the week. This is a practice that will stay with you in a thriving life, because your reflection and observation of you and how you're serving is you building confidence in yourself, you building the feelings of, I matter, I'm making a difference. Whether you've got a bad boss, whether you've got an absent boss and nobody else is paying attention, you know. This is where you and your Thrive Guide, you know. And we don't need somebody else to share with us all the time and validate us all the time, because we are every single week sitting and thinking about, wow, this week I was valuable. Here's how I was relevant. And here's the impact that I was able to have this week. So if you do that every week, at least 4 times a month, you will start to be so much more intentional with how you use your gifts and talents that I promise you, people will notice. Your credibility will go up. your brand will be and the company will be elevated, your story will start to be a bigger story in your organization, in your team. Okay? Can't wait to talk more about this in our session. And if you have questions before our session, message me. I'm here for you.